Hey guys, it's Kristen and welcome back. Today we're picking teams. Yeah, so it might come as a surprise to you that I am not a very sporty person. I'm not athletic, and I don't really follow sports, but I do watch sports, if that makes sense. You know, like they always make those jokes about like people who don't watch sports and they just show up for the food. Like that's me. The last time I actually played a sport was like in high school. Maybe I made my high school softball team for JV, and then like a week later I decided I was gonna fuck off and do something way less valuable with my time. Even though I'm not the sportiest person, I am surrounded by sports lovers. During basketball season, if the Lakers are on and they're not physically at a game, you could be 2 blocks down from my house and you'll hear my mom scream. My uncle, who also lives with us, sports 24/7. He watches basketball, baseball, football, soccer, tennis, golf, all the things, right? And my husband is a really big Lakers fan. The one sport that I used to follow, but not so much anymore, is hockey. We used to have season tickets to the LA Kings before we had kids, and it just got harder to go, and then we moved like further away from Staples Center. Yeah, I'm surrounded by sports. And if you follow sports, then you'll know that the Lakers just got their spot in the playoffs. And that's how this idea was born. So I was thinking, if I were to build a team of fictional characters, who would I want on my team? And this is my fantasy fiction team draft, I guess. How I came up with it is I took players in play for basketball, soccer, baseball, football, hockey, and took the average, which came out to 8.4. So I am choosing 8 fantasy fiction characters to make my team. And my main rule is that there is no magic casting. So if you choose like a wizard or someone, they can't pull out their wand and cast a spell. And I am going with like inherent ability and character traits. So like something that someone is born with, basically. I think if I'm explaining that right. So here's my team. So first up is Jasper Hale, or Jasper Cullen, depending where you pull him from the Twilight universe. And it's not because he's like a super rock solid, super fast vampire. It's because I believe he would be a really good strategist. And I just feel like he has that quality. I mean, he was a general in the army. He did all the dirty work for his maker, Maria. Yeah, I feel like he would be a good team strategist, really good captain material. Next, I chose, for just size and brute strength, is Cassian from ACOTAR. I know, whatever. Every team needs that big dude, right? And I was kind of torn on whether like he could fly, because you know he was born with the wings. He can't fly, but he can use his massive ass body. My next player that I would want on my team is Tao from the Rage of Dragons. And I know that there's so much like, okay, he is not a likable character, but he has the fucking determination. He trains harder than anyone. And through his hard training, he becomes his best self. So I want that kind of dedication on my team. My next pick is Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. Honestly, I just feel like she has good aim, maybe. And aim is always something good to have when you're playing sports. Because you gotta make a goal, make a basket, you know? Aim. Next, I'm choosing Celaena Sardothien from the Throne of Glass. I just feel like she's kind of limber. She's got to have some sort of like flexibility in her body, and I feel like that can't be a bad thing to have on any kind of sports team. Light on her feet, yeah? My next 3 picks are largely based on what I think would be their ability to work well as a team and to actually just play for the team. And first up is Spensa from Skyward. I think that she is a team player at the core of her, like, you know, at like the core of her being. She's a team player. She might like go off and run amok sometimes, but she always brings it back to the team, at least in my experience with her so far. I just started reading Starsight, so we'll see if that holds true. My next pick is Rin from the Poppy War, and I feel like she's just such a good, badass, strong character. You can't question her dedication. She took like some pretty drastic measures to like secure her future, and I don't know, I feel like that works on a team level. And my next team player is Finnick Odair from the Hunger Games. Dude survived the fucking Hunger Games for one. So you know he's got to have some sort of strength, agility, smarts, like a whole package, right, of what you want in a star player, but then also sacrifices for the team. And the last character that I want on my fantasy fiction team is really just like a comfort pick, because I feel like every team needs that hard-working but also still slacking, smart mouth, sarcastic element, and that is Rose Hathaway from the Vampire Academy books. Now, I needed to throw in a mouthy, sarcastic person because I'm a mouthy, sarcastic person. And I feel like all teams should have at least one. That is my 8-person fantasy fiction sports team. I didn't even mention what sports we're playing because I don't even fucking know. I just think that these people would be good athletes on a team, no matter the actual sport. If you're into sports or just, you know, want to build your own team, I would definitely love to hear what characters you would choose. So make a video, send it to me, or drop them in the comments. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.